Getting now ready to begin with the eyes closed and hands in either Jnana or Chin Mudra, arms and shoulders relaxed. Be aware of the whole body. Feel the contact between the base of the body and the floor, and release any tightness that you may find in the legs. Become aware of the base of the spine, and then slowly move the awareness upwards, vertebra by vertebra, releasing anything that may be tight along the spine on either side of the back. Visualizing your own back, shoulder blades, back of the neck. Feel the top back of the head and extend the whole body upwards, lengthening the spine, making the posture even more upright. Become aware of the shoulders and the arms. Let them be quite loose. The abdomen and chest, throat, jaw, temples, ears. Release any tightness from the back and top of the head, and the whole face, forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, nose, mouth. Become aware of the whole body together, the stillness in the body, and the movement of natural breath. Let the awareness flow together with the breath, in whichever rhythm that it's flowing, let it be, and observe the movement in the front of the body for a few moments. At the same time, become aware of the space around the body. Sense the space around the body and also inside the body. Taking the focus now to the eyebrow center, visualize here a tiny flame. And as we look into this flame, we will chant Om 3 times all together. Take a deep breath in. Om. Repeat after me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Externalizing the awareness, bring the palms together and rub them till they're hot. Then cup the eyes for a few moments. Slowly opening the eyes, removing the hands, Hari Om Tat Sat. For those of you who came a little later, please fold your mat in half and then lie down on your back. Just like this, hugging the knees, placing the head on the floor. Inhale in the starting position, and as you exhale, rock to the right. Inhale, center, rock to the left. Inhale, center, and at this pace, massage the back. Try to keep the back as relaxed as you can. Exhaling to the side, inhaling to center. Maximum movement so that the whole back gets a good massage. Now slowly stop the movement, coming to a seated posture. And then hugging the knees tight. Make sure you have good soft padding underneath, so folding the mat if you haven't done so already. Then taking a deep breath in, hold the breath in as you rock forward and back. Exhale in starting position, inhale fully. And like this, continuing a few more rounds. And after the next round, lie down, keep the knees bent, joining the feet, interlocking the fingers behind the head. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, bring the knees to the left, head to the right. Inhale, center, exhale, opposite side. Inhale, center, and with the eyes closed, feel the whole spine twisting gently. Deep breaths. Moving the feet away or towards the buttocks, depending on where you want the twist to be more focused. Feel the abdomen stretch and bring the spine in alignment with the floor each time you're in the central position. Next time you're in the center, from the right side with the knees, straighten the legs and interlock the fingers above the head. We'll do what I call Supta Tadasana, sleeping palm tree pose. So you don't need to look, simply inhale and stretch the arms and point the toes, stretch the whole body. Exhale, loosen, relax the feet. Breathe in and out. And again, deep breath in, stretch on the floor. Exhale, release. Let the feet flop to the sides. Repeating this 3 more times in your own time. Tightening all the muscles in the legs and elsewhere, and then loosening every time we exhale. And now rest for a few rounds of normal breath, separating the feet slightly more. Now we'll do the swaying palm tree pose in the same way. So again, interlock the fingers, stretch the arms up, but now inhale and hold the breath in as you bend to the right side. Exhale as you come to the center. Inhale and bend to the left side. And back to center. And like this, we'll move, stretching the sides of the body with the breath held in, so the breathing is in reverse from the standing variation. Go at your own pace, a few more rounds. And now, when you've completed the round you're doing now, place the hands beside the body, turning the palms up, resting in Shavasana for a few moments, observing the flow of natural breath. Be aware of the sensations in the body. And in preparation for the next asana, make sure you have enough space to the sides. We'll be rotating the legs. So in Shavasana, bring the arms quite close to the body, palms down. Tuck the hands under the buttocks. Bring the spine fully to the floor. And then starting to rotate with the right leg, full circle, clockwise. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. You can keep the eyes open for the beginning of the practice, making sure the foot is making maximum circles in the air. And then close the eyes and feel into the abdomen. Focus at the navel, activating the abdominal muscles, breathing deeply all throughout. Now with the same leg, going in the opposite direction. Breathing in as the leg goes up, breathing down, breathing out when it goes down. See if you can enlarge the circle, maximize the movement in the hip. Feel that the lower back stays flat on the floor, using the abdominal muscles to make it happen, or even bending the left leg slightly if it's quite difficult without it. Now resting the right leg on the floor, starting anti-clockwise with the left leg. Again, first focusing on the maximum physical movement, making sure the hip is not experiencing any discomfort. Rotating the foot in the air, if need be, to prevent any funny movements in the hip. And try to activate the abdominal muscles as much as possible. Keep them tight all throughout, even as you breathe deeply, so that the thigh works less and the abdomen works more. Keep the knees straight. And after the next round, reversing the direction. Deep breaths, low back on the floor, core tight, but breathing deeply. Releasing now both legs, separating the arms from the body, turning the palms up, resting Shavasana with the feet flopping to the sides. And observe the movement of breath in the abdomen, helping the body relax. With every out breath, feel that effort and tightness release into the floor. Feel the heat and all the other effects of the practice in the body. And when you're ready, once again turning the palms downwards, bringing the lower back on the floor. And then as you take a deep breath in, lifting both legs up, waiting 1, 2, 3, and slowly lowering back down without the heels touching. Inhale deeply, 1, 2, 3. Exhale deeply as the legs go down. Strong abdomen. Inhale up. We'll do 7 more rounds. Feel free to rest if needed, but then come back as soon as you feel ready. Keeping the arms loose and the shoulders. Concentrate all the effort into the abdomen. Keep the knees as straight as possible. Deep breaths in each movement, synchronized with the movement. During the short retention, intensify the focus at the navel. And after the next round, if you're still practicing, resting both legs, letting the feet flop to the sides, turning the palms upwards. Release the weight of the body into the floor, and with it, all the effort from the hips and thighs and elsewhere. Along with sensations in the body, feel the breath, continue being aware of the breath all throughout. Observe the breath and the heartbeat gradually slowing down. And when you're ready, coming up into a seated posture with the legs stretched out in front of the body. Bend the right leg, place the knee on the floor, and then either keep it at the thigh or, if possible, bring the foot all the way up to the left hip, on top of the left thigh. Deep breath in, lift the knee. Deep breath out, push it downwards. 2, exhale. 3, exhale. Keep the back straight 4, 5, 6, 7, and gentle bouncing. Breath is natural now. Feel the knee and the hip loosening. If the knee goes all the way to the floor already, bring the foot further up. Be gentle with yourself, but go towards the end of your comfort zone. Releasing the right leg. We'll repeat this on the left side. Strong arm, leg relaxed. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Three more rounds at this pace. Feel the difference between the right side and the left side. Feel that every exhaling breath is making the hip more loose. And then gentle bouncing, eyes closed. Feel the hip loosen more and more as the movement continues. Releasing now the left leg, shake the knees, and then bring both feet together, heels close to the body, loosening both hips and the inner thighs by bouncing the knees up and down. Again, if this is already quite easy for you, you can do this with the hands, relaxing the legs completely and even bending forwards to increase the stretch in the hips, in the thighs, opening the whole area there. Legs together, rest for a few moments in the base pose, supporting the back, letting it rest against the arms. Feel the sensations in the lower body, in the hips, in the legs. Observing the movement of breath at the nose tip. Separating the legs now. Interlocking the fingers in front of the chest. Take a deep breath in and then slowly bend forward as far as your hamstrings allow, but don't push too hard. Inhale, start with small circles and then discovering your flexibility this morning. Increase the movement as much as you can comfortably. Deep breath in as you go back, deep breath out as you go forward. Also big movements with the hands so that the shoulders also get a good stretch. Focus on the size of the circle that the hands are making in the air. Remember to breathe deeply all throughout. And in reverse, deep breath in, deep breath out. Moving the hands fully sideways in front of the chest. And after the next round, again, resting in the base pose, back upright, hands close to the buttocks. Let the breath and the heartbeat slow down a little bit. But not completely. Again, now separate the feet. Deep breath in and exhale to right side as you twist. Inhale, center. Exhale. Inhale. For a few rounds, do it slowly, exploring how far you can go this morning. And then, if you have the space around you, start speeding up and straightening the spine at the same time. Lifting the chest and the head. Turning the head fully. Deep breaths. Now, much faster. Keep going for a few more rounds, turning the head fully. And then stopping the movement slowly, resting once again in the base pose. Make sure the legs are quite relaxed. Once you're in the base pose, feet flopping to the sides, back upright with the use of the arms. Observing the effects of the practices we've just done. And at the same time, watching the heartbeat, watching the breath. Developing a sense of ease, letting go. Recovering from the effort that was just made. Feel the energy inside the body. And when you're ready, come into any comfortable seated posture, such as Vajrasana, or if that is not comfortable, any cross-legged posture in which the back can be upright. Then place the right hand on top of the shoulder. Take a deep breath in as the elbow goes back and then forward. So now the movement of the one arm is maximum. You can keep the eyes open to check that the elbow is really making as much movement as it can. Then closing the eyes and feel that movement inside the shoulder socket. The breath is deep, inhaling as the elbow goes up and back, and then exhaling down and forward. Going in reverse now with the right arm. There can be some movement in the other shoulder too, but try to keep the head steady, concentrating the whole movement into just the right shoulder. Deep breaths coordinated with the movement. No holding of breath at any point. Feel the breath and the movement are connected quite closely. One can't happen without the other. Resting the right hand on the knee. We'll repeat this on the left side, starting with the elbow by the side. Feel that the elbow goes behind the back, almost to the spine, and then beyond the sternum. Maximum movement in the shoulder, but develop this gradually. No strain. Deep breaths all throughout. One more round forward, then we reverse. Keep the right arm soft. Chest and head steady. Big movement with the left shoulder. And resting both hands now, both arms. If you're in Vajrasana, place the palms on top of each other. Let the shoulders and the arms loosen completely. Observe the breath with the eyes closed and the sensations in the shoulders, in the rest of the body. Feel the heat and the effort being exhaled from the shoulders every time the breath goes out. Our last asana will be the striking cobra pose, Shashank Bhujangasana, which we start from the cat pose, placing the palms beside each other, sitting back on the heels, and then brushing the chest and the abdomen on the floor until the hips are on the floor, then lifting up. 1, 2, 3 with the breath held in, then slowly returning to the starting position. Remember that you can slide the hands forward if need be for the cobra, and then slide them back, but try to keep the knees and the feet in one position. Deep breath in as you go into the cobra. Deep breath out when you sit back on the heels. Holding the breath in for just a few seconds. Keep the buttocks squeezed to protect the lower back, but feel free to straighten the arms in the final posture, unlike in the Bhujangasana practice. Try to bring the chest as close to the floor as you can during the movement. Feel the whole spine gradually bending. Two more rounds in your own time. Then rest in Shashankasana in the starting position for a few moments. Rest with the forehead on the floor, arms stretched up above the head. Feel the breath move in the abdomen. Feel the spine being gently stretched forward. And then slowly make your way into Shavasana for a short relaxation. Lying on your back, making yourself comfortable. Before starting the process of relaxation, check that the whole body is symmetrical. Walk the tailbone away from the neck, straightening the spine a little. Then wiggle the head side to side and the whole body to come into a completely comfortable posture in which you don't have to move. Palms facing up, feet separated. Be aware of the contact between the body and the floor. Let the weight of the body drop into the floor. And scanning the whole body from top of the head down to the toes. Check that there is nothing held tight in any part of the body. Feel the whole plane of contact between the body and the floor, from the back of the head to the shoulders and shoulder blades, backs of the arms, buttocks, calves, heels. Be aware of all these points together, and also the parts of the body which are just above the floor, the lower back, back of the neck, backs of the knees. Feel the whole body sink into the floor more and more every time you exhale. When you inhale, feel the coolness and calmness and energy spread throughout the whole body. As you exhale, feel any tiredness, tensions and toxins leave the body, sink into the floor. Allowing the breath to flow freely for now. Become aware of the heartbeat in the chest and observe as it is slowing down more and more with every passing round of breath. Shifting the focus now to the breath more closely. Observe the movement in the abdomen and chest as you're breathing naturally. See which muscles are moving when, during each breath. Starting now to increase the volume of breath gradually, little by little. First in the abdomen, expanding the abdomen more and more when you inhale, and then also squeezing it a little when you exhale. Gradually coming to a more complete and full breath in the abdomen, then also increasing the movement in the chest, but doing all this gradually, so that in the mind the feeling is that you're still breathing naturally, but inhaling and exhaling more and more breath until you find the maximum capacity of the lungs. Developing full yogic breath now. Feel the breath entering the abdomen, lower chest, upper chest, and then even moving the shoulders slightly up to top up the lungs at the end, then relaxing the chest first, keeping the abdomen full, then letting it sink down. Imagine a wave starting at the abdomen, ending at the collarbones, and then the wave retreating from the collarbones back to the base of the abdomen. After the next round of breath, once you've exhaled, return to normal breath for a few moments. Be aware of the sensations in the body, relaxation in all the muscles, legs, arms, trunk, and head. And then, without opening the eyes, prepare to slowly transition into a seated posture, doing so gradually, moving the body, stretching, then going either through the right side or in your favorite way of getting up. Then supporting the buttocks, with padding as needed, assuming an upright, cross-legged posture. We'll continue the process of full yogic breath by bringing the hands towards the hips, squeezing the belly in the beginning, and then expanding the abdomen, breathing into the chest, lifting the shoulders and collarbones up by pressing against the thighs, then relaxing that pressure, letting the collarbones come down, the chest flatten, and then the abdomen come in. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. With the eyes closed, discovering the full range of motion in the body, in the lungs. Staying with the breath in for up to 3 seconds in the next round. Feel the lungs expand fully inside the ribcage, then exhaling slowly and gradually. Next round will be counted as you inhale. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, and whichever count you come up with at the end of the inhalation, then exhale with the same count, equalizing the inhaling and exhaling breaths. Next time you exhale, slowly bring the hands to the knees and then continue full yogic breath, but without the extra push at the end, just using the abdomen and chest. Again, develop the sense of a wave coming and going. But also developing a sense of ease in the body going only up to the point where you feel that beyond that point there would be effort needed to inhale anymore. Also slowing down the breath a little, increasing the count, but keeping the inhalation and the exhalations the same. After the round you're doing now, 3 more in your own time. Slow, deep breath out. Feel that the lungs spread throughout the whole trunk, and they are filled gradually from below the navel to the top of the collarbones, and emptied in the same gradual way. When you've completed these 3 rounds, let the breath return back to normal. And prepare for the practice of Bhramari Pranayam, the bumblebee breath. We'll practice 7 rounds. So plugging the ears, pushing the ear flaps in, taking a deep breath in, and then with the teeth separated, making a humming sound as you exhale, focusing on the vibration in the center of the head. 7 rounds. Once you have completed, rest quietly with the eyes closed. When you have completed the practice, rest with the eyes closed. Be aware of the stillness and the silence after the sound. Be aware of the posture of the body. Feel the stillness. Feel the spine in a straight line and the whole body balanced to either side. To check that the body is quite balanced, you can move, gently rock the body side to side, front and back. Very subtle movements just to discover the natural center for the spine to be in. Scanning the whole body from the base to the top of the head. Only only keeping those muscles engaged which are needed to keep the spine upright, otherwise relaxing everything. Let there be nothing tight in the head or face. And become aware of the whole body by observing the sensations in the skin, the whole covering of the skin. Feel the contact between the skin and the clothing that you're wearing. The contact between the skin and the surrounding air. And all the different sensations, from the soles of the feet, to the palms of the hands, to the face, and everything in between. While continuing to be aware of the whole body, shift the focus to the breath. Observe the movement of natural breath. Whichever rhythm it is flowing in, let it continue in that rhythm. And observe it. Observe the movement in the abdomen, in the chest. Observe the flow in the throat, in the nose. The coolness, the warmth alternating. Experiencing the breath fully, but at the same time still observing also the rest of the body, the stillness, the space within the body. Let the breath become the focus for the awareness. The mind will wander, it will try to think of other things, other places, other times, and that's fine. But every time you notice this happening, bring it right back to the breath, again and again, gently but persistently. Turning away of any other thought, any other experience. The stillness of the body and the movement of the breath. Keep the awareness confined to these two areas. If you find yourself controlling the breath and it being difficult to not to do it, then become more aware of the body, less of the breath. Then refocus once again when the breath has become natural again. If the rhythm changes, let it change. Whether the breath is shallow or deep, regular or irregular, keep on observing it. Go deep into the experience of natural breath. Feel its movement between the navel and the throat. Feel the movement of air in the nasal passages, in the throat. Bring the mind closer and closer to the experience of breathing. Hear the sound of breath also. Shifting now the focus of the breathing process to the nostrils. Feel the breath just in the nostrils from the openings to the eyebrow center. Feel that the two flows in the nostrils join between the eyebrows. The cool flows come in, and then the warmth spreads back into the nostrils and beyond. Bringing the awareness more and more into the space between the eyebrows, the space in front of the closed eyes. As if the eyebrow center was the origin of breath. Keeping the eyes and eyelids relaxed. Concentrate between the eyebrows, letting go now of the breath. Visualize here a luminous point of light in the shape of a flame. Returning here again and again, and increasing this focus as we chant the mantra Om 7 times. Feel the vibration between the eyebrows, feel it spread from here into the rest of the body. Take a deep breath in. Please repeat after me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Externalizing the mind. Be aware of the room around you with the eyes closed before moving the body. When you're ready, palming the eyes. Feel the heat from the palms getting absorbed in the eyelids and eyes for a few moments. Then gradually open, remove the hands. Hari Om Tat Sat.